taking a drive to Snellville they're opening the Raising Canaan's chicken. Raising Cane's, that's what it's called. Raising Cane's.
Yep.
Supposed to be what, New Orleans style?
They're from Louisiana. I'm not sure if it's New Orleans, but there's like this huge buzz surrounding their chicken, and we're gonna try it.
Let's go try it out.
Yes. So what are we gonna talk about today on this couples chat?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, since the 2024 election has come and gone, I want to talk about that because there's been so much, not necessarily dialogue around it. I'm sure it has been, but what I'm so shocked, first of all, with the reaction to Kamala Harris to her loss. Like, she lost big. Like, she got cooked. Like, those greens she claimed she cooked from the bathtub.
Right.
She lost big. But what I'm so shocked, because the Democratic Party or the Liberal Party, you know, I'm very shocked because when Biden won in 2020?
Yes. 2020.
That was this huge, you know, people said Trump was a sore loser, and because he lost and he thought that the election may have been stolen from him, or there may have been some cheating going on in the election. You know, that was the seed that was planted for January 6th that happened. We all know what happened on January 6th. They really tried to stage a coup, and it really was a disaster. I personally don't like what happened. I feel that it was embarrassing. I feel it was disgusting, but I understand why, you know, people were feeling the way they felt, meaning people like the right, well, I don't want to call them right wing, but Trump supporters who felt that the election may have been, there were some improprieties and the election may have been stolen from him. But at the end of the day, the people that on January 6th that really did that craziness, I feel they should have been arrested. I mean, come on, we as African Americans, we couldn't do anything like that and survive at all. So that was like a disaster. You agree? I'm sure you may not agree, but that was a disaster.
I agree, but you gotta also look at the eyes of the media. You know,
yeah.
The media not showing you some, you know, a lot of people there were also what they call freedom fighters.
No, and I get that, but what I'm saying is that the people, it could be a small group of people, even those that, okay, because I know some people believe that there was some cheating going on during the 2020 election, and there are a lot of people that feel that Trump may have unfairly been, you know, that he probably lost because of some cheating. I remember a video that was going around, and I don't know if it was true or not. Sometimes you can never tell with the media because of propaganda. Propaganda wants to influence you on a particular topic, and you have different techniques of propaganda, and one of those techniques is like this bandwagon technique, and everybody got on this bandwagon that Donald Trump, he just didn't handle the COVID-19 pandemic the right way, and maybe he lost because of that and some other things that happened. And then you have to consider this group called the Proud Boys that many people consider were racist. So, but I know there were Trump supporters that were at the Capitol, the Capitol on January the 6th that were not racist, but the media did not portray them. It only highlighted the racist group, or the Proud Boys. I'm not saying the Proud Boys are racist, but what I'm saying, it highlighted that group that was aligned with some more extreme rhetoric, and that's why there was this debate, this issue with, like, if we had done that as black people, we would not have survived.
We're not survived, but the media's not showing you there's also black people there, and also.
But it doesn't matter. Is it black? Does it matter? And sometimes, listen.
Let me finish talking. The things that because you just been talking. Let me finish talking. Everything you see going on now with the border, the inflation. Just costing a lot of money just to feed your family.
Yeah.
You know, giving rights to certain groups.
Yeah.
Americans on the starving, but you're giving funding to illegals astronomically.
Well, but
that was the reason why some of those people there on January 6th was fighting for it.
Well,
they were fighting against because of that. They knew what was going to be coming if Biden got in office, and that's exactly what happened. So
this was you're saying that you knew ahead of time that this issue with and I want to talk about the truth behind this undocumented immigration issue, because I wanted to have this conversation pre-election, but I'm happy that we're having it now, because I feel this issue with the border, I don't feel that it's a crisis. And many people feel it may be a crisis, but I don't feel it's a crisis like that. I feel that it is an agenda, and the agenda was really I do believe that there may have been a diabolical or egregious plot to make America a land that was predominantly immigrant. And if you go to citiesforaction.org, I think that's the website.
Yes.
You will see that this is not something that was just a crisis. That Joe Biden, he felt so sorry for people in countries that were having some issues, like Mexico, like Venezuela, and he felt that they should be able to seek asylum. No. It was not that type of issue. It was an agenda. I think it was an agenda, and that agenda was to make America a pro-immigrant nation. And if you remember the President Barack Obama, there was a guy in Chicago. His name is Rahm Emanuel. If my memory serves me correctly, he was the mayor of Chicago. But he's usually been associated with Obama's boy, because he's in that network with Obama. And he was the mayor of Chicago. And you can Google this. I'm not just talking out of my, behind. But if you Google Rahm Emanuel and his new immigration plan, you'll see that there was some plans, a strategy to make America, and it was to start in Chicago, to make America a place where it was predominantly immigrant. And not only that, there were so many resources that were to be aligned towards this group. And if you look at this issue with the immigration crisis, particularly undocumented immigrants, or some people may call them migrants.
That's a key word, undocumented.
Right. Not because I love immigrants.
Right.
Immigration, I love.
When it's done the right way. When it's done the right way, that's an issue that everybody is seen to can't get off their head or cannot just figure out. It's about doing it the right way, not just coming in flooding the country. You just because you claim you're seeking asylum, but meanwhile you have gang members coming through the border, causing all kinds of havoc. Right now as we speak, in Tennessee, all major cities in Tennessee, Knoxville, Memphis, Chattanooga, Nashville. They are being overtaken by Trinity Agua gang members out of Venezuela as we speak. They're taking over those 4 cities, all the 4 major cities in Nashville.
Wow.
Yes, it's a true story.
And listen, I'm gonna share something. I'm gonna be very.
So they're not here for asylum.
No, they don't even qualify. To qualify for asylum, they don't qualify. And some people there was I don't know if it was a rumor or not. I think to me, it seems a little bit more credible and true that there were, like criminals that were released from prisons in these countries, that they were sending them to America.
Yes.
And if you look at some of the crime and some of the things that they're committing, possibly. But let me tell you, I think America is a melting pot. I think immigration is a wonderful thing because I appreciate differences and I like to celebrate differences because I like learning and I like to learn from other cultures. And I don't think America would be the amazing place. Well, it's not that, listen, we got some issues, but I think America could be amazingly awesome if we had a collection, we had a melody of people, but it has to be done the right way. I can't go to Europe. I can't even go to Mexico without my passport. Like, if I don't have a passport, I can't go to Mexico. So why should, that border be, available for anyone to cross from Mexico to cross into America without any type of vetting? I think it's absolutely egregious.
People don't really care about nothing until it affects them. So the Americans that were killed and injured from some of these immigrants, they don't care because it didn't happen to their loved ones.
Right.
And I'm just giving you something like a analogy.
I get you.
Say, for instance, would you leave your front door open? Just let anybody just walk in? You got people just walking in your home, all kinds of backgrounds. You don't know nothing about them, and they just come through your home.
And
they claim they want to just come in to be warm or whatever.
Right, but the thing is, someone walking through your home is bad enough, right? But when they walk through your home uninvited, they pretty much have broken in. That's bad enough. But imagine they do that, and then they demand privileges from your home.
Right. And you got your own family to feed. You're giving them all your resources in your home, and your children, your families are starving because all your resources going to these strangers that broke into your home.
Right.
That you allowed them to convince you that they need to be there, and they're demanding all the resources out of your home. So that's just what it's just some terminology I came up with.
I think that's really good terminology, G. I also feel that we need to really dig a little deeper. I'm happy. Listen, first of all, I don't have an issue with the election results. And I wanted to have this conversation pre-election so people could know, some of the strategies that had been planned so they could vote accordingly. But I think most people, they did prioritize this issue. And that's like, diving a little bit deeper into this illegal immigration. And I think the election results, it proved that people really were concerned about this issue. And they were not just concerned about this issue, they were concerned about national security. And the person that won, this who's going to be the 47th president, I don't need to say his name, DT, but I think a majority of the American population felt that he could handle national security, he could handle this illegal migrant crisis, and that this was a priority over some of the other issues that were being presented during this election.
And issues that were ignored, of course. Also, nobody cared about Megan Thee Stallion twerking, or all these celebrities that out of touch with people's lives telling you who to vote for. Nobody cares about that.
I think one of the issues, DT's opponent, I think she stood on this issue of abortion rights, which I don't have a problem with that, because I do think this is important. I don't think anyone should be able to determine what you do with your body, but we're gonna call a spade, and there's some hypocritical behavior there, because you don't want anyone to tell you what to do with your body when it comes to an abortion, but you had absolutely no issue with mandating that Fauci.
Yes, they had no issue with that. That's also forcing something on your body. Or you know what I'm saying? So
it's just a bunch of hypocrites. And you want to vote in the interest of I think people vote based on their environment and their experiences. I get that, but listen, I'm a person that feeds off of energy, and we know this person's energy was not the best. And there were many people that saw DT's opponent in this election as someone who was not truthful, someone who was fraudulent, someone who they could not trust, who was not trustworthy. And if you held the seat of VP for 4 years, what did you do in that capacity? That you did not even, if this person would have come out and said, hey, I am not JB, the president. I'm not him. And I'm going to do things different. Maybe people would have had some. Not saying me.
She discussed some policies.
Would have probably had some. Okay, maybe she's not him, so we're gonna do things. Let's give her a chance. No, this lady said he didn't do anything wrong. I don't. So, ma'am.
Right. So when you say you didn't do anything wrong, that tells me there's gonna be another 4 years of the same thing.
She said it was going to be a continuation.
Okay,
and that's why she lost.
And that's what people don't want. They didn't want that. People want to feed. People want to feed their families.
It's not even.
They don't care about no entertainment or telling me what I want to hear. I care about real issues. I care about things that like feeding my family. The prices of food. Why am I spending $300 every time per each week just to go buy food or go buy groceries?
Speaking of food, because we're heading to this place, Raising Cane. It's a very popular chicken spot. What are they doing with this chicken to make people go crazy over chicken? I don't even listen. I wasn't even eating chicken.
I guess the way is well, first of all, it says from New Orleans, and I guess I heard that the chicken is real. A lot of times when people cook chicken strips, it be dry or it be hard. From what I hear, their chicken strips is real juicy.
Oh, like me.
No comment.
I'm not juicy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway. So the you got me tongue tied. Anyway.
Of course I do.
So anyway, that's what I heard. So we can go try it out and see. But I'm happy. You got a lot of people who voted for DT, but some people were scared to say they did because they were scared of being shunned. They were scared of being blocked off from their families, not invited to things. It's going to be a lot of BS around Thanksgiving. Not going to invite this person. Not going to invite this person because they voted for DT, or not going to vote this person because they voted for Kamala.
That's okay. There have been plenty of times I wasn't invited. Plan to not be invited. It's okay.
But my thing is this: if you cut me off just because who I voted for,
right?
Then stay gone. That bridge is burnt. It's permanently been disconnected. You will never see me again. I don't care. You friend, family, who it is. I don't care.
I don't like the Discord
because I think it's stupid.
I don't think it's right because we should be able to respect each other's opinions. I'm still really shocked of the response of her loss. I was very shocked with the response. Like, people talking about shaving their women, black women, even some white women, talking about shaving their heads. They're talking about not being intimate with their partners, their romantic partners or their spouses. And I'm like, really? I think that lady is at home enjoying her man.
Right. She's at home with her husband. They're out probably on the eastern shore of Delaware on the beach somewhere and enjoying themselves while y'all cutting off sex from your husband, divorcing your husband, shaving your head bald.
What's that do? What's shaving the head do?
I don't know. Maybe
I
don't know. Supposed to be like a symbol or sign from that. What's it called? The 4B movement, whatever.
I think it's
I think it's ridiculous.
I think it's ridiculous. So anyway.
When the wintertime come, when their head is cold because they ain't got no damn hair on their head. So that just remember, you shaved your head bald because Kamala lost.
Because she lost, and she lost bad. And you know what? I stayed up all night during election night, and you know what? Fox News seemed to be the only news outside of the YouTubers and the independent media people. Fox seemed to be the only news that was reporting accuracy. I would go back and forth. They had already reported
Yeah, we went back and forth between
DT,
Fox, CNN, MSNBC.
yes,
Yeah.
and they had reported DT like won Pennsylvania, and I'm like, oh, he's won Pennsylvania, he's won North Carolina, he's won Georgia. I mean, they were updating it right. So I would go to these other outlets, CNN and MS, and it's like it was a delay.
The liberal outlets.
It was a delay. It was a delay. So now a lot of her supporters, they feel that now they're trying to say he stole the election. Isn't it crazy? I'm like, no, it was very clear and plain. If you watched it, I'm thinking if you watch the news, but they were watching the news.
People came out in droves, and the reason why she lost by landslide because people are tired of the BS going on.
Wait, before you talk about that, like I said, I was telling people, if you watch the news, they were updated accuracy. I didn't know that other stations outside of Fox were basically not reporting accurate as far as being timely. So they're watching what they think are replicable sources that were not accurately reporting it. They were not reporting it timely.
Right.
That's crazy.
It's like they wanted to hold on to some type of hope that he lose or something. I don't know.
No, I think they knew he was gonna win, but see, this made way for what we have now. You know, people believe that he cheated. That Elon Musk said, "Hey, I'm gonna help you." I don't know where the heck that.
But see, here's the thing: that they shot themselves in the foot because now the mainstream media outlets is about to get dismantled. You get people in CNN and what's the other one? MSNBC.
Yeah.
They're getting their positions is getting chopped off.
Really.
And people have seen. They're starting to see the mainstream media for what it is. All the propaganda. That they're doing, the lies. The media is like a machine that controls the minds and tell people what they want to hear, and the truth that they try to block the truth from people. And it's like, you know, enough is enough. So they were saying that it was YouTubers were doing more accurate information than mainstream media, and that's sad. But people are just tired, you know. It is what it is, you know.
Yeah. Well.
But I'm not scared to tell who I voted for. I'm not. If I get, you know.
I voted independent.
If I get shunned or whatever, so be it. I don't care. I really don't. Because this supposed to be a country of free speech and a country of, you know, you be able to make your decisions and choices. But then when you do it, you get shunned away, you get ridiculed, ostracized,
mocked. Crazy, right?
People don't get it. It's just keep it plain and simple. People just got tired of the past. All the BS was going on the past 3.5, well, now 4 years now, and they just didn't want no more of it. And all the things that were important to people were not touched on. Every time she had an interview, it was always Trump bashing time. She never discussed anything else but just what Trump did. She deflected the questions and went to Trump. Or she'll say something this. Everything they asked her, she blamed it on Trump.
I mean, that comes with the debate, but you know what? Something was said to me at something I attended recently. Elections are really, I mean, how much truth is it in the election? We don't vote. Do we vote for truth? Do we ever vote for truth?
No, it's never going to be total truth with either candidate.
Exactly.
They're going to tell you, either candidate going to tell you what you want to hear. The reason why I voted the way I did, because 2016 through 2020, I know is my friends and family were not struggling the way they were these past 3.5 years. Okay? Mm-hmm. So I seen results versus somebody that's coming in the scene talking about what they're going to do when it's the administration is called the Biden-Harris administration. How come you didn't do it then?
Well, okay, in my response or rebuttal to that, because I know policy, I know that a filibuster could prevent, they could purposely delay a bill or legislation act because of an opposing side. So I get that, but at the core of that, I agree. What the F did this lady do in that time? I remember I just didn't see her very often.
You see her all. We like, even friends of ours are saying, what happened to Kamala?
The thing is, though, when Joe Biden was vice president, and I remember because I voted for Barack Obama. I voted for him twice. I have no problem. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not embarrassed about that. Even though I think Obama
either.
had some issues with his presidency.
I wouldn't done it again if I go back in time.
But I don't think Obama was horrible, but I don't think he was the greatest president. But what I can say, I remember when Joe Biden was the vice president, and he was very visible. He was very visible. So I think that's why I thought, okay, Joe Biden, okay. I knew who he was. And and when he won the election, I felt people really voted for Obama. But they knew that that team, everybody, they remember Obama and Biden.
Right.
He was visible. Right. I remember Al Gore was the vice president. These people were visible.
The vice presidents were visible.
I mean,
but where's
he
Kamala?
had that. Right. But I didn't see her often at all. So it was like, and then when Biden stepped down and said, I'm not voting, I'm not running, I'm gonna have to step down, because obviously he had some he had some issues, health issues. Then we see her. And we saw her a lot. She was raising a lot of money. Let's talk about that $1 billion she raised, and now she in a red 20. Like what? Like, ma'am, Miss Ma'am, how?
And all these millions, these celebrities like Beyonce, how much? 30 million to her?
Well,
Lizzo.
But this is who you
Eminem,
want to
1.8
help.
million.
This is who you think going to help get the economy together.
Right, you raise billions of dollars, and at the end result, you're 20 million in debt.
That's a deficit. Do you like?
I don't trust nobody to.
Because I think a lot of people, when Trump, I think that's how Trump won initially. He was not regarded as a politician. He was seen as a businessman that could possibly help the economy. And I think that's what people wanted. They want someone to help with the economy. People want more money in their pockets. They want their paycheck to go further. They want to be able to enjoy some things in life. It's not, and I don't think it's, and I'm a spiritual person. I don't even think it's of God, of the Creator, if I can say that on your channel. I don't know. Yeah. But I don't even think it's of the Creator for us to work so many hours a week and can't enjoy our lives. Can't do anything socially. Can't do anything recreationally. Like, it's all work, and
tax. You get taxed out of your paycheck, and then when you go buy something, you get taxed again. You never own your home because you don't pay your property taxes, even though your home is paid off. They come and take that.
But I'm just talking about basic things. Go to work.
I would like to have a candidate that's against taxation.
And I'm talking about basic things. Go to work, and if you want to go out to a Raising Cane's for dinner, or if you want to go to get you a nice steak for dinner, you can't do that because you really can't afford it. Why? I mean, and that's why.
Especially people with big families. You got. I mean, just 2 people eating out is expensive. All my children are grown, but I sit and think to myself, some of these families that's struggling. You got 3, 4, 5 children.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is...
And you take them out to eat. Yeah. That's a lot of money.
But a lot of people can't do that because their paychecks don't go that far. And that's why I said, I think that's why initially, and it has, I think, I don't have an issue with the results because I think the results were accurate and it was a reflection of how we feel in society and as voters. I was just a little taken aback by the response, especially her supporters and their feelings. Their feelings were hurt. They went into some kind of crazy, sick depression.
You had people with videos on TikTok screaming and acting like they was in agony, like they was being stung by some bullet ants.
They were in agony like I'm in agony with this man in office. Stop. Like I'm in agony with him in office. Yeah, it's just crazy. Just trying to reflect on. Do you think America, for the most part, made the best decision? I'm sure you think they made the right decision.
Yeah, I do. In the long run, and people not looking at the long run. And I'm seeing all this, things that he's going to do and he's going to regret. People not seeing the type of disaster that would happen to the country with another 4 years of the same administration.
Right, and I think sometimes we can be co-conspirators of our own grievances because of how we don't take the time to really invest in the issues, and that involves research. Like I've asked so many, even some of my associates. First of all, I'm not going to cut you off if you don't vote how I vote. Some people believe that's important. I get it. But I'm not, because I'm a person that respect and celebrate differences. Unless you're somebody that's going to harm me or rape me or hurt me or you're racist, I don't want, I shouldn't say the R word. But anyway, what I'm saying is I try to respect people's opinion, and I know that we're all different because God didn't create no two people alike. So you may not vote how I vote, or you may not like some of the things that I like. But what I do think is that sometimes we can be co-conspirators to our own oppression because of a lack of information, a lack of knowledge. It should not be that way because the information is out there, and if you don't take the time to research and to become familiar, then that's an issue. But I've seen so many people that said, black women, that said they were going to just give this woman her support or their vote because she was a woman, because she was a black woman, or because she's one. And I think that is the most asinine. Yeah. Ignorant,
very ignorant. You don't vote. You don't vote with identity politics. I don't care who. All kin folks are not. Was that?
Yeah, all kin folks are not.
All skin folks, not kin folks. Whatever the saying is. Just because a perfect example is that mayor in Chicago. Oh, he's black.
But
but look what he's doing.
Right. But what's an example? Barack Obama. Oh. But we voted for him in droves because we felt he was black. But look how Barack Obama, he allocated millions of dollars to people who are descendants of the Holocaust, because he felt that they had there was not any equity in them being here, that they had an unfair advantage or disadvantage because of the Holocaust. And I'm like, bro, do you not know what happened in America? We had the transatlantic slave trade. Excuse you, sir. Really?
Right, exactly.
But we voted for this man because of his race. We felt he was black.
Right, because he felt he was black.
And he prioritized a whole different group. And he said that they did not have equity because of the Holocaust, because they came here because of the Holocaust. And listen, don't get me wrong, the Holocaust is one of the that was a evil crime against humanity. But to say that they didn't have this type of equity and they faced unfair barriers because of that, and you're an American president, and we also have had unfair barriers due to the Atlantic slave trade. No one called that man out on that.
And that's because black people have not learned from that Barack Obama presidency.
That's that skin folk, not kin folk
right,
thing.
With the identity politics that they're still doing to this day.
Right.
So I'm not going to vote for you just because you're black or white, whatever.
And I'm not going to vote for you because you're a woman.
I vote policy and also agendas. You gotta do your research in order to know what the agendas are, what their true agendas are. You gotta research. People don't research these candidates thoroughly.
It's there. Everything, if you go to U.S. Congress, everything there, bill, legislative issues, like policy, it's there. It's there in black and white. And I mean, even with the debate, I have to say, Joe, he lost the debate against Trump. I think Trump, I'm going to go on record and say Trump lost the debate against her. Because I didn't like how, I know it became internet fodder and people laughed. I didn't like when he was like, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. I didn't like that at all. I didn't think he should have said that. But at the end of the day,
whether it's true or not, it's a way.
It's the way you say it.
It's just the way you got to say it.
But at the end of the day, anyway, we're not done with this topic. We're ready for our dinner, our meal. We're not finished with this topic, and we will continue. So for part 2,
we're here, and the parking lot is
packed. It's
packed.
Like
packed. So
this is something got to be in this chicken. It reminds me of that stuff at Popeye. Remember, everybody was going cuckoo. It's coming out. Cuckoo for Popeyes. You remember that?
Yep.
I'm like, Lord, bless me like you did Popeyes. Like, I want my business.
Just try to go around again.
Yeah, this gotta be something. What is in this chicken? Y'all, what's in this chicken? Comment below. If you've had Raising Cane chicken, what draws this huge crowd? I don't even eat chicken like that. You know, I'm trying to incorporate some protein. I don't know if this is the best way to do it. But what is in that chicken to draw this type of crowd? And Cane, Raising Cane people, if you're watching this, or if you know somebody, if you're listening to this and you know some of the Raising Cane people, ask them why they don't make these parking lots bigger.
Yeah, you got the whole side reserved for handicap. The other side is just all mobile curbside pickup.
They need bigger parking lots. This is ridiculous. You can't even get the chicken.
I'm about to have you get out and order our stuff and not just find me a parking spot.
Well, we can eat in the car. Just park over, find a place and eat. Go to another restaurant and park. Yeah, I want to know that. Can somebody put in the comments what is going on with this chicken here at Raising Cane, and why don't they probably need a bigger lot. They need a bigger lot, because this is kind of crazy. You gonna waste gas.
This parking lot is about the size of a parking lot for daycare.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Okay.
You want to support, like, I mean, they leaving. These people leaving. Y'all smart, because, I mean, and they got a Raising Cane and a Whataburger. Whataburger is trash. I'm sorry. Yeah, kind of trash. It was not good to me. It was okay. It was basic, but not like, you know, like I thought it was going to be. This is ridiculous. We're going to have to go to the drive-thru.
All right. Okay, we're about to end this video.
We'll be back on part 2, so make sure you subscribe to this channel. Please hit the notification bell so you will be you'll be notified when we actually drop, when G drops a new video. Thank you for allowing me to be a guest on your show today.
You're welcome. Okay, folks, until next time.